So what's the single greatest gift you could ever give yourself? I'll tell you right now, it's not something you can buy, it's not something you can earn. It's actually something you already have, just waiting to be opened, right here in this very moment. It's what we call the gift of presence.
Okay, so let me ask you something and be honest with yourself. Your mind. It's like this incredible time traveler, right? But where does it actually spend most of its time? I mean, right now, in this very second, where is your attention? Is it right here with me, or is it somewhere else entirely?
See, the thing is, our mind's default setting is basically to be a time machine. It's just what it does. It's constantly zipping us back and forth between what's already happened and what might happen next.
And usually this time machine of ours only has two main destinations. You know the drill. We're either jumping back into the past, replaying that awkward conversation over and over, or just kind of stewing in old regrets, or we're blasting off into the future, right? Rehearsing for all the things that could go wrong, worrying about a million different outcomes that probably won't even happen.
And the real consequence of all this mental time travel? It's pretty huge. We get so wrapped up in planning for life, remembering life, or recovering from life that we completely forget to actually be in it. We miss out on what it feels like to be alive because we're too busy listening to the story our brain is telling about being alive.
So what's the real cost of being somewhere else all the time? I mean, what's the big deal? Well, it's not just about missing a nice sunset here or there. The emotional toll, it's actually pretty significant.
And look, there's a really direct link here. It's almost like a formula. When we spend way too much time dwelling in the past, it's a well-worn path straight to depression. And on the flip side, when we're constantly obsessing about the future, worrying about what's next, well, that's pretty much the textbook definition of anxiety.
But here's the good news. The antidote is right in front of us. See, true peace isn't found by fixing everything in the past or perfectly planning the future. Nope, it's found in the one place we almost always forget to look. Right here, right now.
So let's talk about what presence actually is. I know it can sound a little, mystical or out there, but I promise you, it's actually incredibly simple. It's super down to earth.
This is it. That's the whole secret. Presence is just the gentle art of anchoring your awareness in the here and now. I love that phrase, gentle art. It's not about forcing anything. It's just a simple choice to plant yourself in this moment, instead of letting your mind get swept away.
Okay, and this is so important, so let's clear this up right now. Presence is not about forcing your mind to go blank. So many people think that. They think it's about stopping your thoughts, but that's a battle you're just never going to win. So no, this is not about emptying your mind.
What it is about is shifting your focus. Think of it like this. Your mind is like a non-stop radio announcer, always giving commentary. Presence is choosing to tune out that announcer for a second and just experience life directly. It's paying attention to what's actually happening, not just the story your mind is telling you about what's happening.
And here's where the rubber meets the road. This really shows the difference. On one side, you've got that ghost-like trance. We've all been there, right? You're drinking your coffee, but you're really just planning your day in your head. You don't taste a thing. But on the other side, it's a vibrant life. The coffee is the same, the walk is the same, but you're there for it. You're actually tasting the warmth, feeling the crisp air. One is just being on autopilot, and the other, that's actually living.
Okay, so this all sounds great, but how do we actually do it? How do we make that shift from the ghost-like trance to a vibrant life? Well, the great news is you don't need to buy anything or learn some complex skill. You already have all the tools you need. Your senses, they're the doorways.
And it's a super simple 3-step process. Seriously, that's it. Step 1, just pick one sense. Sight, sound, touch, whatever. Step 2, really dive into the details of what that sense is telling you. And step 3, and this is maybe the most important part, when your mind wanders, and trust me, it will, you just gently bring it back. No big deal, no judgment.
Why don't we try it right now? Just pick one thing you can see. Anything. Don't even think about what it's called. Just notice its color. Really see it. Notice the way the light hits it, or its exact shape. That's it.
Okay, good. Now let's switch. Shift your attention to your hearing. What can you hear? And I mean really hear. Listen past the obvious stuff. Can you hear the hum of your electronics? Maybe some traffic outside? Just listen to the sounds like you're a piece of music without judging them.
All right, and one more. Let's bring your awareness to the feeling of touch. What can you physically feel? Maybe it's the pressure of your feet on the floor, or the feel of your clothes against your skin. The temperature of the air, just notice it.
Every single time you do that, even if it's just for 5 seconds, you're doing something really powerful. You're like a shepherd calling a wandering sheep back to the flock. You're pulling your mind away from the past and the future and bringing it right back here, to the only place life is actually happening. You're calling it home.
Now, it's really easy to hear all this and think the goal is to achieve some perfect Zen-like state all the time. But that's not it at all. It's really about changing how we think about the goal in the first place.
Because let's be real, your mind is going to wander. That's its job. It's what minds do. So the real practice isn't about never drifting off. The practice is the gentle, repeated act of returning, just coming back again and again and again.
Which leads to this really beautiful idea. Instead of trying to be some perfect mindfulness master, think of yourself as a collector of present moments. Your only job is to just gather up these little moments of full awareness whenever you can, all throughout your day.
And that's really the big takeaway here. Presence isn't supposed to be another stressful thing on your to-do list. It's an invitation. It's a chance to finally see all the richness and the simple beauty that's already in your life waiting for you to notice. So my question for you is, what are you going to find today?